Teacups, there has been news. Ooh, that was a bit hot still. Today, quite inadvertently, I am sure, my school has reassured me somewhat. They have broken the silence. They actually didn't, but I received a text message. So a fun fact about visas that I maybe haven't explained here, or maybe I have. If I have, apologies for repeating myself. With visas, you can get different kinds. Usually, when you're working abroad, you can get single exit or re-entry, and you can get multiple exit and re-entry. In my new country, my NOC, my certificate of no objection certificate, that's how it got to NOC, yes. Now, in some countries, they don't care. You can go in and out as much as you like. In some countries, you have to change your visa. When I was in Japan, I had to go and get a stamp that showed that I had paid for multiple re-entry. And some places, you don't need an exit visa, you can just leave and that counts. In Saudi, they don't like you to do anything without your sponsor's permission. Tourist visas actually only came in while I was here and then got suspended for COVID. So I don't actually know if they've been reinstated or not yet. So that meant that every time I went abroad, I had to go into my banking app, I had to send the payment for the exit visa to immigration, or the Ministry of the Interior is the office, the government office that does it. And then I had to send a screenshot of the receipt to the HR, and HR had to press a button to essentially say, yeah, we've given her permission, and the visa would get issued. Why yes, that does mean your school has to give you permission to go places. It's awesome. So up until now, that hasn't been a massive problem because I've just been doing visits, they've been during non-school time, like it's all been fine. Now, when it comes to the exit visa, I don't pay for that, the school does. The school arranges that on my behalf because it's final exit. Now, with the final exit visa, you have 60 days after it's issued to be able to leave the country. And if you leave without the final exit visa, you're banned from coming back in the country for 3 years. Now, I have no intention of coming back in the next 3 years, but I don't like to leave under less than ideal circumstances when I don't need to. There's no reason to leave that trail there. So I was not confused because I know the answer is poor organisation, but I was confused why, when I was leaving, and remember I was meant to have all my paperwork and it didn't happen and I'm still waiting and it's really frustrating, they didn't issue me with my final exit visa. So I didn't know if it was in process or not. And that was one of the things I had been waiting for up until now. So today, I got a text message from the Ministry of the Interior in Arabic saying, oh, your final exit visa has been issued, which means that somebody in HR has pushed a button. I'm sure it killed them that I would have some information. Now, in theory, I was supposed to have this in my packet of information. It's one of the things I have to go and collect at some point, a print off of the visa. Now, I could go without the print off, but it's on the system. Now that it's been issued, I'm fine to go, but I'd rather have the physical copy. But it was meant to be in my pack of stuff that I still haven't received. Remember that? Yeah, still haven't received it. But there was no reason not to issue my visa on the last day of work because I was leaving Saudi within the 60 days, which is why this was getting so frustrating. I was like, look, you could have already done this at no problem to yourself. And the moment the school is closed for the summer, it's not entirely closed. They've got like a skeleton staff there because people still come and sign up and things like that. But once it's closed for the summer, it's a lot harder to do because the people who, for example, are in accounting and have to approve the cost of the exit visa will maybe not be there as much or be working different hours, and it just slows everything down. But now I've got that text message, it means that somewhere, someone is doing something they're supposed to do, which gives me that little bit of hope that pretty soon I'm going to get an email saying, come and pick up your documents. Now, whether that document set will include a corrected reference is something I've got far more questions about because I still really don't believe they're going to do it. But I can leave the country legally now, which is wonderful. And I'm keeping an eye on my bank account to see if my payment goes in. Now with wages, usually they send you an email the day before and say, hey, notice for everyone, your wages will be going in tomorrow. So, and anyone who collects them from the office can collect them from the office. I have a direct debit into my bank, and then my bank send me a text message. So at 1 a.m. when the money clears, I get a text message saying, hey, you've got cash. It's possible that I may get the same kind of message with the final exit settlement, but I don't necessarily think so. So I'm keeping an eye to see if the money goes through or not, because I was expecting that to be by the end of this week, because I need to have time to transfer it out, or they said they would leave me time to transfer it out. So I'm hoping by, I don't even know what day we're on. Are we on Monday or Tuesday right now? I'm gonna have to check. I usually check on my phone, but I'm filming on my phone. But I would expect to receive some kind of notice that, hey, come pick your stuff up by Thursday of this week, really. Because I'm leaving on, I think it's either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure what date we're on. So still not ideal, but a giant step forward from where we were like 2 hours ago. Don't get me wrong. I'm still absolutely waiting for that other shoe to drop, because my school has taught me not to trust, but it's a step in the right direction. Just received an email saying I need to sign in again, and now that my account's been blocked because I guess they're clearing them off for next year. Touché, school. For those of you wondering, yes, that was how HR were contacting me about my details. I literally just put my phone up to record and it started. I was like, okay, we'll give it a minute. So it is usually insanely hot, but because today was fairly overcast, I thought I would just maybe take a little walk. The pesticide guy has gone past, so I'm not going to get caught by him. And I'm just going to go around the perimeter, just get a little bit of fresh air. I've been in the house a lot. This is actually part of a compound that I never ever come down, because I never come all the way to this wall. But I thought, you know, stretch my legs, do a little bit of the perimeter. But I'm just wondering if I can go around this corner, maybe it will lead back around if it works like a block. We'll see. But I'm hoping at some point to end up near the new supermarket, because they've opened it and I haven't been in there yet. There are just thousands of these tiny little cats all over the compound. Luckily, in the main square a bit further down here, there is a vet near the store, and they tend to go and leave like food out for them and stuff, but it's always such a shame. It's just people, there's a lot of strays on the compound because people leave and just don't take their cats with them. Oh, it's getting dark quite quick. I've got a message just saying too dark, and I'm like, dude, what do you want me to do about it? But luckily that road did lead right around like a bit like a block. Sometimes you go down certain roads and they end up being dead ends, and then you're like, oh shit, because there's no map or anything. So I found my way back to the way I usually go, and we're going to go see the new supermarket. Wow, they have really gone for it. They've redone the entire place. Like, I knew they were, but I didn't realise how different it would be. There seems to be a lot more choice. Before they only sold chicken as well, and now they seem to have counters for all different types of produce, which is kind of cool. Man, why wasn't this here the whole time I was here? Yorkshire puddings. They're importing Sainsbury's Yorkshire puddings. I don't know what to do with myself, quite frankly. And things that I haven't even really seen here before, like keto ice cream of all things. I'm not a big ice cream person, but again, just something I'm not used to seeing. They will never trick me with this again. But we've got the Dunkins up here now, and I've not seen this before, but I'm tempted to try it, but I've got enough coffee at home. I don't think I'm going to get any more before I leave. Don't be trapped. But they've expanded the tea section as well, less important to me, but... Okay, it is full dark now, so apologies for that. But yeah, I was really impressed with that. They do seem to be slightly more expensive than they were. That doesn't surprise me really. It's a different brand place, and just the kind of things they sell, I would expect them to be a little bit more expensive. Just making sure I'm not going to get hit by a car. Just coming around the corner. I think a lot of people are going to be nicely surprised when they come back from their holidays, because it was installed while everyone was gone. Okay, we're back. I forgot to get some sour cream and a couple of other little things from my groceries last time. I don't need any big grocery things, but just wanted to pick up a few extras. Very nice place, and I guess I'll leave you here. I'll see you next time, everybody.